Hello and welcome to How To Automotive. In today's video, we're featuring the brand new Milwaukee Tools M12 Fuel High-Speed Ratchet. This is the 3/8 model, so stay tuned for that. Alright, like I said, this is the brand new high-speed ratchet by Milwaukee Tools. It's a little bit different than their previous model, the second generation Fuel model. So I will compare the two tools side by side so you can see the differences, so you can choose which ratchet is the right ratchet for you. First, I wanted to go over a few specs of the new ratchet. First thing I wanted to point out is the head size of the ratchet is a lot smaller than the second generation Fuel ratchet. So you can see the difference. Basically what this is a 1/4 inch drive head ratchet in a 3/8 drive amble. It features pretty much the same style LED light that lights up the work area right in front of you, which does work really well. I like that feature. It has the rubber handle here that's chemical resistant, so when you're using brake clean or brake fluid or anything like that, it gets on, it's not going to bubble up and roll off. This one here I've been using for a couple years now, and you can see the rubber grip has held up well. It has a variable speed trigger here, so you can control the RPMs. So this thing is much faster than the original one. So now the original one spun up at 200 RPMs. We're going at 450 RPMs on the new high-speed ratchet, which Milwaukee Tools claims is the fastest one on the market to date. It also has a trigger lock here, so if you're traveling, it's in a tool bag or anything, you can't accidentally push the trigger, and that way when you get to the job site, your batteries are fresh. It didn't sit there in the bag the whole time running. Other features is it works with all the M12 batteries. So whatever M12 batteries you have in your collection, it's going to work with all of those. Great feature. It has a flush mounted anvil switch here to switch left and right, but they do make an option for those guys that like the switch to stick up so they can switch it a little easier. Is you can swap it out for an extended raised anvil switch here that they're offering now. They also offer the boot cover for it. The tool is a little bit over 11 inches long, and it weighs about 2.5 pounds with the battery, depending on which battery you have on it. With the 2 amp hour battery, it's 2.7 pounds. So it has a really nice balanced feel. So here's some close-up views of the two ratchets side by side. So lining them up, you can see the new ratchet is a little bit shorter than the second generation Fuel ratchet here. And as you can see, the head is thinner from the second generation here. So I'll put them side by side here this way, and you can see the difference between the two. So this is going to allow you to get in those tighter spots. So on the second generation, the fuel gauge is here on the side. They've relocated it to the top of the tool so you can see it better as you're using it. So you're using it, you'll see that fuel gauge much better. Because before, when you use it, your thumb would be kind of over it and you wouldn't see the gauge there. So they relocated the fuel gauge here. Much more convenient for you to locate the battery status. One thing I wanted to mention to you is the difference in torque on the two tools. So the original version has 55 foot-pounds of breakaway torque and tightening torque. The new one has 35 foot-pounds of breakaway torque and tightening torque. Now, to gain that extra 250 RPMs, they had to change the gear ratio inside the tool, which dropped the torque ratio down. So in the next few clips, we're going to put the two tools to work so you can see the difference, so you can make the right decision on which tool is the best tool for you. Now for what everybody's been waiting for, to see it in action. I put it to work in a variety of jobs so you guys can see what it's like to use it in the real world. And also I did a few side-by-side comparisons with the Generation 2, the higher torque model versus the high speed model here, so you can see which one would be the better tool for you to buy. So this ratchet only has 35 foot-pounds of breakaway torque, so you're going to have to use it a lot as a standard ratchet and push it to crack the bolts free, and then use the ratchet to spin the bolts off. Now if you're looking for more brute power, the Generation 2, the higher torque version of this tool is probably a better option. But if you're just looking for that speed and quickness and you don't mind pushing it and loosening it by hand, this is an awesome tool. So the next application is one of my favorite features of the ratchets, and that's the variable trigger that it has, allowing me to control the power of the tool. So on battery terminals and battery hold downs and stuff, you don't necessarily need brute power. You don't want to strip anything, and so having the ability to slow the ratchet down to take these fasteners off. So one, so I don't sling the bolts off, and then two, so I can don't over tighten or over torque anything. That's especially handy when you're working around these modern vehicles. They have a lot of delicate fasteners, plastic parts, or screws going into plastic, and having this variable trigger where you can ease the torque up to whatever you want is awesome. So right here, I'm not over torquing anything at all. That variable trigger makes it a very nice and usable tool on even the most delicate of repairs. As you may know, these vehicles have shields and covers over everything, and this is where it's really handy on removing a lot of these. And that 450 RPMs is going to make jobs like this a lot quicker. Now the new high-speed Ratchet has a much smaller head, allowing you to get in these much tighter spots. So basically it's a 1/4 inch size ratchet with a 3/8 size head to allow you to get in these really tight areas. So I wanted to show you a side-by-side comparison of the speed of the old version versus the new version here. So this is the high-speed Ratchet taking off this one fastener here. Now I'm going to swap over to the Gen 2, which is a higher torque version, and you'll hear the difference. So you can hear a big difference in the RPMs of the two tools. Now here I am underneath the vehicle doing that same thing. I'm using the high torque versus high speed, so you can hear the difference and see the difference in the removal of these fasteners. So the first couple of fastener was the original high torque version. This is the high speed, and you can see it does a much quicker job. Now next up, I'm going to show you some advantages of the higher torque version over the high speed. So right here, this is the high speed here. I'm trying to take this fastener off. I squeeze the trigger and it will not break the thing free without using the manual portion of it. So I can switch over to the high torque version, put it on the same fastener, just squeeze the trigger, and it has enough torque to break this fastener free. So in this next clip, the high torque version, the Generation 2 fuel ratchet, is going to have a big advantage over certain type of bolts and fasteners, especially ones that have like self-locking threads on it, or Loctite or thread locker on the threads, making the require a lot of torque to remove that fastener. So as you can see here, this had something on these threads and it required a lot of torque. Now the high speed would not have been able to do that, or it would have struggled to get that fastener off. That's where this type of tool comes in handy. And if you're doing a lot of these type of repairs, this would be the better tool versus the high speed ratchet. To demonstrate that, I'm putting this fastener back on with the high speed ratchet, and you'll see it stops torquing after a few revolutions. Then I switch over to the high torque version, the Gen 2, the original one, and you can see how many more additional threads this extra torque will allow me to tighten it up here. So I was not afraid to try it in all kinds of applications. I was getting it down and dirty for you guys so you guys can see it in action. Here I am removing a brake caliper. I cracked these bolts free first with a hand ratchet, but this is a pretty tight little area because the steering wheel was locked. I was too lazy to lower the vehicle down and turn the key so I can move the steering wheel left or right. So I used the ratchet to get this tight fastener out. And like I was saying in the beginning of the vehicle, the handles are covered with a rubber coating here for comfort, but this rubber coating, you don't have to worry about getting it greasy and grimy and dirty. You can work with this on suspension, oily vehicles, and these handles will hold up. All of the Milwaukee tools are made with the same type of rubber material that's on the handles, and I've had them for years now, and they've held up great without any peeling or bubbling. They wipe down really easy. They clean up really well. So don't be afraid to get these tools dirty and get them in there and use them. So if you're interested in either one of the two ratchets, I will link them both up in the description of the video with the part numbers, so that way you can choose the right one and get the one that's best for you. I'm Brian Esser from How To Automotive. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, encourage you to subscribe, invite you to head over to the howtoautomotive.com website for more valuable videos like this. Thank you again for watching.